So you've watched the video on the 7 building blocks for effective arguments. You've also had a discussion board with your classmates on claim and counterclaims. Now it's time to pick a topic, pick a side, and provide information to back up your position, as well as to provide information on what the other side of the argument is saying. Here's an example of some of the questions that are going to be asked on the top of proposal assignment on Blackboard. You're going to be asked to state the topic that you're researching and then take a position. I want you to understand as you're looking at this video, there is no use of I think or I feel. Again, this is academic research and we're using information from outside sources. Although you probably have a pretty good reason for picking this topic and have strong beliefs yourself, we want to keep that out of this paper and make it more research focused. So if we look at this sample here, we see that the student is claiming that the legal drinking age should stay 21 and not be lowered because. The word because is in red. Because a good argument research thesis will use a because statement to let readers know that there are reasons why this stand is being taken. A lot of times in argument, we know how it is. You take a side, the other side argues back to you, and sometimes their only reason or your only reason is because I said so or because I feel this way or this is the way I've always believed something to be true. Here in research, we're asking to dig a little deeper. So this student has done some research and has written her claim here. The next thing you're going to be asked is what reasons you're going to use to support your claim, and you're going to be asked for 3 of them, and with full sentence reasons. So number 1 is the student found that younger drinkers experience neurological problems, which can cause lasting damage. The second reason is that driving accidents decreased when the age was raised. Therefore, that's a strong case against lowering it. And the third reason that the student gave to support the claim was other countries with younger drinking ages, those who drink at the age of 18, experience a number of other problems within their communities. Now, she's not getting into a lot of detail yet because she's just beginning her research. This is just preliminary. And these are the 3 larger reasons she has seen. Then you're going to be asked to provide at least 2 counterclaims. What is the other side saying? So for this sample, a lot of people on the other side are saying that if you make something forbidden or have that forbidden fruit, take something away from a group of people, they actually want it more and more and will do anything they can to get it. Albeit it's illegal, they're still finding ways to go around some of the age restrictions. The second counterclaim she found was that lowering the drinking age will promote responsible drinking. That's what the other side is saying. So the student has done research to find out that this is at least 2 of the reasons that those who are against what she's saying feel. You are then going to create an annotated reference page. This is the 6 to 8 total sources that will be used in the final research paper. Notice you have to have a minimum of 4 sources to support your side of the claim, a minimum of 2 sources that support the counterclaim, and then you need to have annotations for each source. It must be 3 to 5 sentences, and those annotations should explain the source's usefulness to the claim or counterclaim. And if you were in 101, you know that annotations are just notes that you take. So here's a sample of this student's annotated references for her position that the drinking age should not be lowered. She provides support for her claim. You need at least 4 sources for this. She puts the source in an APA-style reference, and then she gives 3 to 5 sentences of why she is using that source to support her side of the claim. She says at the end that all facts are supported by research, and these facts will help her disprove the counterclaims. So when we go a little bit further into the research, we'll see that you have to offer rebuttals or refutations to what those who are counterclaiming against you say. Her next source, she gives a little information about the authors, talks about what the source says, a little bit of a summary of the source, and then where she finds it will help her in her paper. She does that for the 4 sources she's using for her side of the argument, and then she offers at least 2 sources that are support for the counterclaim, those who are arguing the other side. She says that this is a source from a professor at Indiana University, and that this author states that many of the problems with underage drinking are caused by drinking in an irresponsible manner. And so that if we lower it, might help students early on deal with drinking. This source, again, is from theodysseyonline.com. And again, the annotation is 3 to 5 sentences. And this one shows the counterclaim of the age of 18 in other countries, but it has led to, other related problems that the student will then refute in her counterclaim. So your assignment is to go onto Blackboard, answer the first few questions about your position, the reasons you're taking that side, and what the counterclaim is saying. And then you're going to upload this annotated reference sheet to the link provided on Blackboard. Looking forward to hearing your argument topics. And remember that your research should be academic in nature, so go back to those databases that you learned about in the first unit of our course.